Hi, I'm Jennifer Wagner from Connect with Your Teens through Pop Culture and Technology. And I'm making this video to recommend a few books that I've read recently that are a little different than some of the books that I normally read. And I want to not give a full book review, but recommend them and tell you a little about them. I have two adult novels, two adult nonfiction, and then two nonfiction books for tweens or young teens. Okay, I'll start with one of the nonfiction books. It's called The Books They Gave Me by Jen Adams. And this book, any bibliophile or someone who loves books will love this book. It's all about Jen Adams always felt that when she got a book as a gift that it really signified something. It meant something about the relationship, if the person really got her. And she decided to put together a book where she got submissions from many other people who wrote a very short little, maybe one page at most, story about a book that they got as a gift from someone and what the relationship was and how they felt about the book and how things ended up. And it's a fun book to read and to see what all these different people had to say. And as I said, especially if you're a bibliophile, this is a perfect book for you. The Books They Gave Me, True Stories of Love, Life, and Lit by Jen Adams. The next nonfiction book is called Using Your Words, A Writing Guide for Mothers. And this is basically exactly what it says. If you're a mom, no matter whether you're a mom of a brand new infant or if you have kids in their 20s, if you're looking to start writing or want help with your writing, whether it be a book, a blog, articles, anything, this book is perfect for that. Kate Hopper is a wonderful writer, and she really is in tune with motherhood and writing about that, and I highly recommend Use Your Words by Kate Hopper, a writing guide for mothers. Okay, now the nonfiction books. The first one's called A Case for Solomon, Bobby Dunbar and the Kidnapping That Haunted a Nation. Now, what's fascinating about this, and normally I wouldn't want to read a book about a child kidnapping because it would be too gruesome for me, but this book focuses much more on the aftermath of the kidnapping, after the child is rescued, and then all of a sudden there's a case of mistaken identity. After the child is returned to the parents, another set of people claim that they were parents, and there's a lot to do. I mean, this takes place in the 20s. There's a trial. A lot of it is about the trial. A lot of it is about, it takes place in the South, and the difference between the people that had money and didn't, and power. And it's a fascinating recount of a true story written by one of the descendants of the real Bobby Dunbar. So it's, if you like true crime or just, true stories that took place in the South or anything like that, I definitely do recommend it. And it's written by Margaret Dunbar Cutright. Okay. The next book is called Wife 22 by Melanie Gideon. And this, I guess you could call it a chick lit book, but a chick lit book for older women that have been married a while, at least in their mid-30s to 40, and maybe a little disenchanted with your marriage. That's what the heroine of this book is. And she gets an email from a research company asking if they'll participate in their research with questions about marriage, and she decides to do it and winds up really, really getting into it and builds a relationship or rapport with the interviewer. And it goes on with how her life changes and how that changes her relationships and her marriage. And it's a fun book. It definitely is, and I recommend it. Okay, and then the two books that I recommend for teens that are nonfiction, they're really more for tweens and earlier teens, is called Boys Who Rock the World and Girls Who Rock the World. And what's different about these than your typical books where they recommend you read about biographies or histories of people that have become famous is everyone in these books did what they did to become famous while they were still in their teens. These are all people who found fame early or did good or whatever it was, and so it can be looked at as much more inspirational for tweens or young teens because they could see that they might not have to wait a very long time before they could really do something good, that it can happen in their teens. And some of the people in here are Natalie Portman, Maya Lin, Some of the boys that are in here are, and there are many names you would know, the Billy Elliot Boys and Will Smith, the Black Eyed Peas, and Mark Zuckerberg. So it's a fun book because they will, the kids will know of a lot of them, and it's people that became famous at the same age that the kids are now. So I hope you enjoyed this short little book review. I will be writing on my blog, a little bit more about the books also with the video. So if you forgot to write any of them down, they'll be there. And you can visit my blog at connectwithyourteens.net, www.connectwithyourteens.net. And I hope you come back to watch more videos. Thank you.